Hello to whoever joined. I just noticed. The lists are Constable Zuvio, Moralaval, Guri, and Fenrau. This is a very interesting. I haven't seen anybody run this in a while, so I'm kind of down to see it. And then we have Anakin, Plo Koon, Mace Windu, and Bo-Katan. Went with all the Delta 7s other than Mace. Mace has the Delta B. I wonder, is there a reason to not go with the better Delta Annie, Delta B Annie, and then bring the cheaper mace? Or do you just bring more expensive mace? Because that way you don't need to bother lining up bullseye. Seeing overtuned modulators. Self bump. Hasn't taken any damage yet, so he should be fine. I think if you're mace, you have to go fast here, because otherwise Fenrau's doing that too hard and gonna boost in. Then you just let Plo Koon do a one bank roll to the right and Annie 2 straight. But if you can block Fenrau for another turn, I think that's really big for you. Force boost. Force boost. You could either boost left into the roll, or you can boost right and hope to just block him. Too hard will put you, or one bank will put you right here, and then you just have to hope that the too hard would bump. And if he does the two bank, then he doesn't shoot you anyways. Like, he's just gonna bump into you, or look past you. I don't like this, though. Because now you're taking a range one from Morale and Fenrau. think Morale has anything to double mod, so I don't know. I think the correct decision would have been to go into him. Fenrir's just gonna focus. The roll doesn't fit. Your best hope is that Fenrir rolls like a bunch of eyeballs and you convince him to spend the focus, or he rolls nothing and just is fine anyways. Wait. You had bullseye on him. You had bullseye on Fed, range 2. Although I guess you do have the lock on Guri. Did you get out of her arc? Not quite. I don't know that Plo Koon is gonna live this turn. I think you have to patience just to get force back. Stress focus. That's Guri in front of him. And then Mace's range 1 of Fen. Mace just did a target lock. He has 3 force still. I thought Mace was gonna go to like 4 straight and try and block Fen from getting a range 1. I didn't expect him to slow ball it with the 2 straight and then just say, Fenrir, you can come range 1 of me. I'm just gonna lock you anyways. Because if he blocked Fen, then he'd be forced into doing blue maneuvers. I thought they were gonna commit more onto morale this turn. Yeah. I'm not afraid of him not living. I don't see how you don't get halved here unless like either one of them rolls really badly. Because that's still 4. I mean, you don't spend focus, but you fearless, right? Oh, he doesn't have fearless. He has Mando optics. That's interesting. Well, as I was saying, if he rolls like shit, then he will still get halved. Well, how many sides? There's like 5 sides that have tokens on them. So I think it's below. Yeah, because there's what, 2 sides that have eyeballs or something like that. It's like 3 blanks. I'm not sure. I think it's about 50-50 whether. Yeah, he completely blinked out on defense. It was up here, top left. It's yep. I mean, that's a good roll in Deguri. And she spends her calculate and takes hit crit. That'll still be half points. Panicked. I mean, out of all the ships you could have gotten hit on, that's pretty okay. As long as you can stay range 1, keep the focus. He does. Yeah. I mean, I almost would shoot at Plo Koon anyways, just to see if I can't kill him, because he's only on 2 health left. Yeah, why not spin your focus? Do it. No one else is shooting you. I mean, Plo Koon can with a single dice, but oh well. Okay. Lose a shield. Just be happy you didn't blank out again. I think you shoot into Fen Rao just to see if you can't plink a damage in him. That or Guri, like either one's fine. If you get Fen to spend his focus for because whatever dumb reason it goes through, it's good. And if you shoot Guri, I mean, you're not gonna kill Guri. Yeah. My thought is like if you do somehow get a roll where Fen is like, do I really have to spend my focus on that? It's kind of nice. Because you're not gonna kill Guri, you already know that, but you can potentially kill Fen. Moralo. He does get the single hit, and it is evaded. He is the Job of Hut version, so you get overtuned back. Yep. So it goes to JBARK's fours. I'd shoot at Plo. Because Plo's on two. You have a pretty decent chance to just kill him. Because the hard part with the killing of the Jedi is if you put them all onto 1 HP but don't kill any of them ever, then you just get stuck. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. I thought he deleted him for a second. Nope. He double calculated and reinforced. Or he did the overtune calculate stuff and then reinforced. Honestly, I don't hate going into Mace here either, but I think you go into Plo just to see if you can't kill him. Because Mace Windu, you're most likely not killing him unless you get perfect into nothing. Mace Windu, you just need 4 results to 3 results and for Plo to get unlucky. I think shooting at Anakin range 2 is a mistake. But we'll see. Well, if he rolls that, it's not a mistake. Yeah. Damage sensor array. Anakin doesn't like that. Anakin really doesn't like that where he is. Yeah. Uh, 2 hits already. Probably just spends the lock on the 1. Alright. 4 blanks. 4 blanks. No, he's fine. That's why I thought you should have gone for the block, because then at least it's a range 0 into range 0. I mean, 9 times out of 10, Finn's gonna win that engagement. He does actually have a flank on him because of this little piece right here. But I think he's lost a shield, so I mean, I might go and defend still. Because I think you get a reroll, right? With 3PO? Or is that only on defense? That's only on defense. You know, I'm surprised he didn't give anybody an evade. Oh no. Yeah, this is the issue with Jedi lists is they can just blank out. Ben's fine. Well, let's see. You could tractor plow and roll him this way. I think the back one would fit, or you could roll him right because the one bank. Yeah, he's not going to take the double stress, but you could potentially force. And if he does take the double stress, then he's probably looking the wrong way for a few more turns. But you could throw him in front of the rock. Uh, I actually like that because then you can dial in the one straight with morale and just sit there for another turn in this spot. Because if I had to guess, Plow's gonna die. I mean, if you're Plow, you have to dial in. What do you dial in? I'm pretty sure it does. One bank's gonna put you right here, and then your base is gonna go right behind right here. Well, except for mace, you might not have mace, but you should. You should. It's just close. If you barrel roll mace and mace is doing a 4K, I think what you do with mace is you just rotate this way and then do a 2 straight, but it's kind of bad. Yeah, no, Zuvio's in a really good spot right here. Plus the coming turn, if like these Jedi, like Anakin can't get out of Zuvio's way because he can't roll or focus. So I think if you don't kill Zuvio this turn, he's gonna proxy mine kill Annie. He's gonna tractor somebody else. At least that's the way I see it going down. And then Guri's just gonna like what, one straight into Plo Koon, one hard right, something like that. And then morale can overtuned and stop or whatever and just sit there. Or you overtuned one bank left. I didn't get to see the very beginning, but based off the positioning, I think that Bo-Katan started right here and went this way, and then the Jedi went fast around the flank. JBARK, I believe, set up over on this corner, and maybe Constable was right here, and he came up behind. He actually did self-bump with Constable the round before. Yeah, he probably ran off the board right here, like the setup where you look at the corner and whatever. Went off right here, entered, and force traded. I got back at the end of round 2. I think the strong thing about Jedi is you kind of need to have them more spread out. I don't think you can, especially against scum lists like this, I don't think you can set up and joust. Well, the only time it ends well is if your greens are really well, like if your greens actually perform, and I don't trust greens enough to perform ever, so I think yeah. I think setting up ships over in the corner and then like just letting your opponent try and decide what to go for is more important for AC type lists. Run away with something, flank with the others. But if you commit your list in like this, then it's just who jousts better, and Scum's gonna win that 9 times out of 10. I don't think I don't think you need to stop, right? You could even one bank to the right. I mean, you won't hit this, so you don't need to worry about that. And then if you're in front of it, then you just stop the next turn. You already used contraband though, that's kind of like the sucky part. I think he's looking for the proximity mine. If you throw that proximity out, it's gonna go right here, and the circle's gonna potentially clip because the proximity mine is slightly larger than the medium-sized base around like the flat sides, but it's smaller around where the corners are. So like the peak would be right here of the proximity mine, somewhere right there, and I'm not sure if that clips Scurry or not, but I don't see why you would do it anyways. I think you just one bank contractor somebody. He threw a proton bomb. Okay. I don't hate that either. I just think you're giving the Jedi potentially free time out. Other than maybe Anakin. Anakin will hit that, I'm pretty certain. And if he's dropping this here, that means Fenrir is almost certainly doing a 1 hard or a 2 talon to the right. I'll either, yeah, he's either doing a hard 1 or he's doing the talon roll. Both fit. Because the 2 hard will go right here and then you'll end right there. And you can move your ship forward so it doesn't hit the debris. Or I mean, asteroid. I know what I'm looking at. I'm not sure what they're... Maybe they're looking for a roll about 3PO? Is that the only thing? That'd be my only guess. Yeah, because they stopped the timer. So I'm gonna go see what that judge question is that they're asking. Not that I can answer it. No judge question put in yet, so maybe one of them got a call or something. They're back. Yeah, I think if Fen did that Talon roll to the right, that's really nice. So I don't believe that Talon roll would get him out of arc. So I think you just sit there. If he does the one hard, then he has to roll to get back into arc. But if you roll, then he can, and he does the one hard, then he just rolls out of your arc. I think if you're Mace Windu, I might honestly just force evade. You kind of just want to live here. Because if you lose Mace, then you're left with 2 Jedi that are going to get proton bombed potentially, and then Bo-Katan. That's not good. The backup from Constable. Oh, that's a good proton bomb. I think that straight boost, yeah, that straight boost should potentially fit. It's really close. It might get blocked. I think you have to try it though. Your only other option is to try the roll, but that's not gonna fit. I think your only option was to boost straight right here and just hope it didn't put you on the rock. Well, you fix damage sensor array. That's what you do. Alright, so did the one hard. I don't know that that barrel roll fits. It should, potentially. But if you're really scared, you just boost to the right. You almost wish you had R2D2 now. Say, proton bomb, no thanks. Fuel leak on Plo. And a fuel leak on Anakin. Okay, so the empty crits, doesn't matter. Checking for range 1 for Kit Fisto. I mean, no reason not to give yourself an evade, or is it an evade action? Ah, it's an evade action. I think you just go range 1 into Moralo. It's not an amazing shot into Fenrau. Haven't done any damage to him either, so it's not like you're winning anything by shooting at him. You're just effectively wasting a shot. You have a force. That was a crit. Spins it. We'll go through. Direct. Half points. That was a sad roll by Guri. And a sad roll on defense. Shot at Guri, got one more through, down to 1. His dice fell back into the dice thing. Ooh, you know what he forgot to do? He forgot to Notorious Plo Koon when he shot at him. It's a good roll. Anakin needs perfect paint to live. So close. But yeah, he is Notorious. That would have been, might have been able to plink one through. Hmm. Can't overtune this turn. Probably just 2 hearts left anyways. I think the Republic's win con is to kill Zuvio and Guri and then keep Plo Koon alive. I think if you lose Plo Koon, the game's over. Because then everybody will be able to focus on Fen. Or not Fen, but Mace Windu. I think Nathan's looking at the 1 bank. No 1 bank fits, but then you're behind a rock. I don't think the 2 bank fits. I think it'll throw you onto the asteroid. This 1 bank ends like right there, and the 2 bank ends like right there. I think the safer decision would probably just 2 straight with Mace, and then maybe you get lucky and you can boost around. But otherwise you shoot at Zuvio, and that's fine too. And then Plo Koon could 5k. That's a little risky since he can drop a proton bomb right here. So if I had to guess, Fenrau will probably too hard up this way and then boost to go around back in that way. If Zuvio does the 2 straight, does that get range 1 to Plo Koon? So 2 straight would put him like right here. Would he have arc on him? Well, less so arc. Would he have range 1 arc? I don't think so. It's like on a really weird angle. It's close. But I mean, you might as well. This has been a slow game though. Based on the speed of play, there might be one more round. Is he dropping a proximity? He's fusing it. Interesting. Probably barrel roll right. Or you just lock. It depends on what Plo Koon's doing. If Plo Koon's banking, you have to roll. And then you lock Zuvio with your action. Is that the 3 hard? That was the 3 hard. Surprised he went quite that fast. Yeah, they're going to be lucky if they get one more round. You really need one more round. That's the only way you're back in. Checking shots we know we don't have. You don't have time to debate this. You just gotta go. Nathan, you gotta go. Flip a coin. Look, you get lucky, you kill Zuvio, and then you kill Guri, and I think you're tied on points. He will not die. Here's a question, since Zuvio's still on the proximity mine, does he suffer it when he moves next turn? Okay. There is 2 minutes remaining. Zuvio would give him 2 more points, which would put him at 10, and Gurry would give him 3, so they would be tied. That is his win con, is to kill both those ships. And I don't know how you're supposed to get to Gurry, because, I mean, if I had to guess, she's gonna 4 straight or 3 bank somewhere. And then barrel roll calculate away. I mean, you're not gonna get half on morale. You haven't done any damage to him. And here's where you really wish Bo-Katan had a 1 straight. If that's the case, does Mace Windu have a chance to try and chase down Gurry? I don't think so. I don't know. Because it's not like morale can stop. Maybe he'll just ram himself. He'll do like a 2 straight with Zuvio and then have morale just 1 straight into him. That might be doable to get half then. If you were to 1 hard with Mace to the right and have Plo Koon, what would you do with Plo Koon? 1 hard barrel roll boost maybe? Maybe boost focus? I don't know, it's a bad spot. I don't know, Mace didn't spend that luck, did he? 3 dice, 3 hits, 1 of 8, 1 eye, okay. You know what, Zuvio can tractor somebody too. I don't know that he could tractor them anywhere he wants, but he could do it. I don't hate, I mean, I don't hate him backing up. I think then morale does the 2 hard and just sits there. Well, does, I think he has a 2 straight back. That would get him all the way over. Okay. He could do the 1 hard though. Okay. No, I was thinking you would use Zuvio to block morale, so you keep your arc at that pretty nice angle. And that way you don't accidentally rock yourself either. That's pretty funny. Mace window? Okay. That Nathan's Republic, so they're both I4. Yeah, I mean that's the one you see. I think if you're Bo-Katan, you lock. I think you lock. You have to lock Guri. You're not getting halved. You don't have to worry about that. You just have to lock Guri and hope to kill her. All right. Well, I think Zuvio's doing the straight maneuver, which means you're probably not killing him. All right. It's something at least. The issue is if Guri did the 3-bank this way and then the roll, the game's over. Because Bo-Katan blocked Plo Koon's way to get to her. And Plo Koon said, I don't want to help my team shoot anything. Oh, you would have had a nice shot on Guri. Come on, you had a locker. You had a locker. Because of what I was thinking is Bo-Katan should 1-bank this way, and then Plo might be able to come up this way. I mean, the correct decision is just to roll. You just roll. Then you're not an arc. Yeah. That'll be game. The only way it's not game is if Fen runs himself onto a rock with a 1 hard. That too, yeah. We'll see though. Maybe he missed out. No. I mean, there's still a chance. He made it there. I mean, I guess you just roll. You just roll. That's really all that happens is you just roll. You say, I don't care about killing you. Okay. Well, he gave Mace Windu a shot still, I think. Yep. It's the good Mace. That's why I was curious. He took regular Anakin over 7B Anakin and just Delta B Mace. Mace is going to get shot quite a bit. Hit crit. Uh, oh my god. I mean, you have to spend both force, right? Oh no, he does have a focus. I missed it. I think you're technically supposed to reroll if your opponent wasn't done modding, but that just got worse, so. Hey, crit. No, it already was half. There's the third fuel leak in a row on a 1 HP Jedi. That's hilarious, actually, because the fuel leak doesn't matter. You shoot Zuvio. You shoot Zuvio, and then you hope to God that Mace can get half on Finn. And I think you still lose. Yeah, you still lose. So you'd actually have to kill Fen. Hey, crit. There's your golden ticket. No. Alright, now you shoot with Bo-Katan and hope that she has a shot on something. Please shoot with Bo-Katan first. No. Alright. Well, that'll be game. We'll see if Mace Windu can't kill Zuvia, though. I guess, no, you could still tie the game if you one-shot Fen. You would need hit, crit, or hit, crit, crit, something crazy into 4 blanks. 5 blanks. Or we'll shoot range 0. Mace is gonna die here. I just have that feeling after watching this. After watching his little greens blink out multiple times in a row. Tried sabotaging him. Dice is like, get over. Alright, and the final score will be 14-9. So what is that? Nerf herders will win the first game. Alrighty. GG's. Nice. Well, have a good, safe drive home.